So this particular kind of comment will come up from time to time as we're talking about the PlayStation 5 Pro, where it is in the market. And guys, to be honest, man, this is a very interesting hardware piece. If you want to know that this is, in a sense, disappointing to some PlayStation folk, go watch a lot of the PlayStation-centric channels and see how most of them are reacting to the fact that they just paid $700 for a PlayStation 5 Pro console. For content purposes, it's good. Most of them are going to use their YouTube money to fund it. Some have actually used family funds to basically subsidize it. But you'll see that this is actually something that is not the most impressive for most of them. And that's just them talking. I would name names, but y'all already know who you can go watch to see what they think about this PS5 Pro. In talking about this, somebody left a comment here and they said something about, that they're just done with PC gaming for the most part. They, in their minds, they said something like, I'm just done with PC gaming. I prefer to simply turn on my TV and sit down, that wakes my console, plug in my PSVR and play. No driver issues. Dude, we don't have driver issues on PC anymore. Anybody had a driver issue in a while? No, none. Like I literally haven't even updated my drivers. Oh yeah, look. Like I've been making all these videos, gaming and playing all this stuff. I haven't even bothered to even worry about even downloading the latest NVIDIA drivers. Not a problem at all. Mainboard FW, what's updates? What the heck is a mainboard? What is a mainboard? Are you talking about a BIOS update? Oh, a BIOS update is a very, very unique, specific thing, which once your computer is already running, you don't really need you may never need a BIOS update in your life. That's the kind of stuff that people like myself mess with. Oh yeah, we're going to run a chip on the so-and-so board. Let's do a BIOS update. But this is not something that anybody should be bothering or anybody. I mean, I'm talking thousands of PC gamers, millions of PC gamers haven't even touched the BIOS. Updates and so on. The PlayStation 5 updates, it even updates the controller. Have y'all seen that? Oh, some of you may not, I don't know. Some of you PC gamers may not have a console. If you have a console, I was very surprised when I saw, the first time I saw it years ago, that my PS5 controller needed an update. I was like, controller needed an update? I think its firmware gets updated, and then your games also get updated. What do you think those PlayStation updates are? They're driver updates. That's exactly what they are. Granted, when I was PC gaming a lot more, tweaking was needed to get things running. No longer the case. I think that's another thing. PC for me is mostly work. That's understandable. So this master race attitude for me seems pretty simple-minded. No one is saying. I don't think I've ever said anything about master race on this channel. If anything, I'm more of a hybrid player. I think what it is. Oh, let me finish reading the comment. Like plugging in a new GPU makes someone sort of a hacker lord doing secret magic no PlayStation user could ever understand. Nobody said that. I don't know. This is more like somebody feeling like they're being personally attacked. No one has said all these things. You know what I mean? Like for anybody to think that, plugging a GPU, that's why it's a plug and play device. When Digital Foundry says that a console is comparable to a 4070, the entire world falls apart. Digital Foundry will never back that statement up anymore. Having seen what a 4070, we knew when they said it that this was just, kind of shoot from the hip. I mean, everybody knew that there was no way they were going to sell you a console that worked like a 4070 GPU for $500. I mean, at that point, the market breaks. NVIDIA will lose their mind. Their shares and their stock prices will collapse. It'll be catastrophic in the NVIDIA, HQ. Maybe PC players should be happy that ponies support PlayStation so that a lot of great AAAs get made. They block like majority of the world from even playing their games. And who gave these people this idea that the PlayStation games are great AAA games? Have you seen the kinds of games that PC players play? This person said they used to play on PC. Maybe you played on PC when I first played on PC, when I was running a Celeron back in like 2006. Maybe that's when you were first playing on PC, because a lot of what you're saying there, if I hadn't played on PC back then, maybe even like as early as 01, 02. If I had not used a PC back then, I'd probably, not know what you were talking about, to be very honest. But because I used PCs back then, have always been, a thing, I can say, yeah, driver issues, those were a thing back in the day. Windows XP, baby. Yes, buddy. Oh, yeah. Windows 98. Yes, baby. I used Windows 98. It's weird. I think I used Windows 95 too. I'm not that old. I just started when I was really, really little. So when they say this stuff, I'm like, what decade, are we talking about? Like, are we looking at, say, post Y2K millennium bug days? And so when they say stuff like that, it's just really strange to see people talking about main board and all that. I'm like, main board, my dude. So again, this is not a PC versus console thing. If it never was. This is just saying that the new PlayStation positioning to make itself seem like it's going to give you what PC gaming has been offering you is missing one major factor, which is the price to performance. And PlayStation is notorious for optics. They are lying to their audience from their teeth. And most of their audience members are just, hey, if you're buying it because you just want to, you just want to buy the new PS5 Pro, that's fine. But to buy it to think that somewhere, somehow, this is giving you, no, it's not. They're scamming you. That's it. If you go with the premise that they're putting out there, it's a scam. But if you're just going with, I just want to buy myself a PlayStation console, that's perfectly fine. Because again, at the end of the day, there are PC components that are just way too expensive for what it is that they're promising. Yes, it's on all sides. NVIDIA will make stuff up. AMD they'll do that. They'll oversell something. That's exactly the point that we're trying to make. We're not saying that everything is so fine and beautiful and dandy from NVIDIA and AMD altogether. We're just saying that right now for the PlayStation 5 Pro, what you're actually getting it doesn't warrant you spending that amount of money. It doesn't warrant it. Again, it's your money. Do what you want. I couldn't be bothered. But again, this is not an attack against these folk. For somebody to start saying that, that maybe PC players should be happy that they support, these AAA games. Most PC players are not going to get to play them. Most PC players don't even care. Like, you know what I mean? Because there are other games in the market. I mean, can one be in such a bubble that they don't realize that other games exist? I mean, there have been 16,000 games launched this year on Steam alone. 16,000. I mean, I don't know if anybody has looked at the numbers lately. So for anybody to say, oh, PlayStation is making what AAA games? This year, they barely launched anything. They have to pad themselves up with third-party exclusives, which is going away. So in the next few years, you're about to see PlayStation's capability to actually launch these AAA games that you're talking about. It's going to be very interesting for them at the end of the day. And the comment went ahead and ended with the strangest thing I've ever seen. I don't know what this is. We can play Ghost of Tsushima instead of being stuck with the next Assassin's Creed or Returnal, my favorite. Okay. Some people can play Ghost of Tsushima because they added the PSN requirement, which removes the possibility for a lot of people to be able to even play the game. Like, if they genuinely wanted to actually get the PlayStation Network, they can't. So look at it. It says PlayStation Network account required. Many PC players exist outside of the West, the Western Hemisphere, and the supported regions. They cannot play this game. So again, if anybody thinks that this whole PlayStation thing somehow benefits PC, it's a fugazi. Don't let anybody lie to you that way. Like, if you try it, I mean, and I'm being nice, you will set yourself up for the drag. I mean, people are going to not be merciful. There will be no pity. It doesn't work out that way. I think PlayStation is going to really, really find it very challenging to, to move on PC with their stance. They're very strong-headed, and that's fine. Let them maintain their position, but their games don't hold that special, unique aspect anymore. It's all gone. And plus, they're bringing them to PC anyways. I mean, people can mod away the stupid PlayStation requirement. And then there's the fact that people don't even care. Many people don't care to buy games on PC anymore. Not many, but there are people. I buy my games, if you get what I mean. But again, I'm out. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Peace out.